Alright, so everybody, and welcome back. Today we're going to do part 2 of how to get started as a civ, or like the way that I get started in part 1. We went ahead and bought all 3 workplaces so that we can receive big hefty paychecks. And if we receive some sort of bullshit death, like we get run over by another player or our vehicle randomly explodes, this way we'll be back on our feet within 24 minutes of receiving, 3 paychecks. We'll be like somewhere close to the $50,000 range, and we can just get up and running again. Anyways, in part 1, we picked up 2 pickaxes from the mining/oil processing area, which is located back down here. What we're going to want to do next is we're going to make our trip into Razman, but along the way, as you can see, we're placed here, and there's a silver mining area right here. What we're going to do is head up to that area. Once we get there, I'll show you guys how to use the pickaxe the best way that I know how to use it, so that somebody can't roll up on you and potentially jack you for your money. Once we get there, I'll resume the video. Okay, so I'm back now. We've arrived at the silver mining location. Again, to access your vehicle's inventory, it's not like in DayZ. You're going to want to press T rather than G. We're going to take one of these pickaxes so that we now have it in our inventory. And in order to use the pickaxe, you're going to want to press 2 on the keyboard, not 2 on the number pad. It'll then bring up this menu. You'll simply select the pickaxe, click Use. And if you look down in the chat, you'll see that it says we have 2, 3 silver, so on and so forth. A nice thing about using this method is you don't actually have to get out of the vehicle, which will potentially make it harder if somebody's down here trying to jack you for your silver or your vehicle. Once our maximum weight is reached, because we can only carry so many items. Let me see how I see that. I don't remember at this time. But we can only carry so many kilograms of items on our person at a time. Once I reach the max weight, I'll show you guys how to store them in the vehicle and how to, get the most out of this trip. Alright, so you can see now, we see down in the chat bar that it says maximum weight reached. Again, we're going to want to press T, get our stored items. We're going to take 40 of these silver, and we're going to store them on there. You could store probably all 44, but I'm going to only store 40. As you can see, this vehicle has a maximum storage of 60 kilograms that it can hold. Pickaxe weighs 5, that's why we have 5 of 60. I'll go ahead and drop these items. Wait for it to update. Now you can see we have 45 of 60 loaded into our vehicle. We could continue to put more, but for this tutorial, I'm going to keep it speedy. Again, we're just going to want to use the pickaxe until we fill our person up with enough silver. Once we're full on the weight, I'll resume the video and show you guys where we're going to go drop this shit out so that we can make that big dollars. Alright, so I'm back now. Our maximum weight, as you can see, is reached. We're going to simply select back seat, back to driver's seat. Make sure we relock our vehicle. The next location we're going to want to head to, you can see we're down here at the silver mine, is we're going to want to head back all the way up into Razman. And we're going to want to end up at the resources place so that we can sell the silver that we have on our person as well as in our vehicle to the resources shop, which will get us quite a bit of money. I believe we'll get over like 60K just from this trip alone. Once I get the resources, I'll resume the video and show you guys just how much money we get for selling this little bit of silver and where I'd like to go from there. Real quick, I thought I'd resume the video. As you can see, we received a paycheck of $24,063. Now you can see why it is key that we went ahead in the first tutorial and bought all those workplaces. Like I said, man, if we were to die for some bullshit reason, it would only take 24 minutes and we'd be back on our feet to where we could have a vehicle and just, resume life in Takistan life. Something I wanted to point out too on the way up here is that resources is a high traffic area. A lot of people like to camp this area and will attempt to rob you because they know you're selling the silver, iron, or whatever it is you have in your vehicle. So you're going to want to keep your heads up. Unfortunately, we don't have a gun. The nice thing though is the cop base is located in this general area, so hopefully if something goes wrong, a cop will be there, in an appropriate amount of time to respond to the matter before you lose all your money, potentially your vehicle or all your resources. We're almost there now. I guess I'll just let this run and show you guys where it is you're going to want to park and whatnot, because they've updated this map. Alright, so as you can see, we're headed up to resources now. This is usually a cop in the black SUV. I'm not sure what he's doing, if he's waiting to deathmatch me or what his issue is, but we're going to go ahead and pull out in front of him. You're going to want to park over here in the car park area.
I was just bullshitting.
Once here,
you know this,
get out of your vehicle
man.
like you normally do. Run up to this guy here. As you can see, he sells resources. He sells as well as you can sell to him. We've got 45 silver on us. Go ahead and click that. As you can see, that got us $43,000. Now we're going to want to run back to our vehicle. Get the rest of the silver that we have stored in here. Take it out, run back in, and sell it to him again. After we've done that, I'll show you guys where it is I like to head to next, so that I can start manufacturing vehicles and whatnot and sell vehicles to make a profit. As you can see, this trip alone got us almost $100,000. The reason that we bought 2 pickaxes in the first episode, or the first tutorial, was so that if one breaks, we'd have another one as a replacement. They do break, they do have a durability. Anyways, once you have that, we'll want to head up here. Where we're headed to is the North Airport. Sorry I didn't pull my map up and show you guys, but it's pretty obvious. The North Airport, there's only one northern airport. And if you just continue along this road, you'll come up to the ATM. You're going to want to be careful here, man. A lot of people don't pay attention. They just whip around that corner and they'll ram you. The ATV, you know, it'll knock you off the ATV and kill you. Now that we're here, as you can see, the little ATMs right here. We'll go ahead and withdraw our money. I'm actually going to take all the money that I have currently on me and take it down. Oh, I don't have enough money. I must be looking at the wrong one. Money in my inventory. I'm going to withdraw the other $77,000 that I do have. We'll get back on our vehicle. Where we're going to want to head to, this is our location right here. We're going to want to head down here to the vehicle factory. The nice thing once we get down here is it's a crime-free area. They can steal your vehicle, but they cannot rob you. So what you're going to want to do is hustle down here as quick as possible. Once you're within the 100-meter range, it's a no robbery area, and you don't have to worry about any civs that might be down here looking to jack you. Alright, so we've arrived. You can just go ahead and pull your vehicle up wherever you find a spot. What we're simply going to want to do is run up to this vendor here, scroll our mouse wheel down. As you see, he wants to sell the factory for $100,000. We'll take a look at how much money we've got. We've got $61,000 on us. Something to note, in order to start manufacturing items, you're going to have to at least buy 1 factory worker. I like to at least buy 4 to get started. For each factory worker you hire, it reduces the amount of time that it takes to manufacture the items. I'm actually going to go ahead and buy 8. And I'm sorry for the background chatter, guys. Then what you're going to want to do with the money that you have left in your inventory,
the attitude is not going to speed things up any bit at all,
is go ahead and deposit it into the storage. Once you've done that, you'll see it make the animation. Now you're ready to manufacture a vehicle. I like to start out with an ATV. We'll go ahead and manufacture one. As you can see, it says 1 in production. Tells you how long it'll take before the vehicle is ready to either be exported or created. Next up on my list of things I like to manufacture is a UAZ. These are like the top 2 selling vehicles that I've noticed that you're going to make the most profit off of in the beginning. Once the ATV is ready, I will go ahead and show you guys. I'll manufacture another one so that I can show you how to export the vehicle as well as create the vehicle and where it'll spawn at.
Can I help you?
As you can see, it says now one of our ATVs is ready. What you're going to want to do is simply click the ATV and click export. And as you can see, we can now sell the vehicle to Car Shop 1 for $4,040. So we've just doubled our money on that. We'll go ahead and restore that money. Once this UAZ is done, I'll show you guys how much, it's selling for. It all depends. It's all based on, demand. Like if they're all sold out of UAZs, you're gonna get top dollar. You could get up to like $20,000, I believe it is, for a UAZ, and it only costs you $6,000 manufacture. Once this UAZ is done, I'll resume the video and show you guys how much we sell it for, and then the ATV will be shortly done after, and I'll show you guys how to go ahead and create vehicles. Alright, as you can see, it's now saying that a UAZ is now available at one of our factories. We'll go ahead and go down to the UAZ. Simply click export, and as you can see, the UAZ at Car Shop 1 is selling for $15,756. That's almost 3 times what we paid to manufacture the item. Knowing that, we're going to go ahead and put another one into production so that we can resell it and get a bunch of money for it. We'll go ahead and deposit our money here. Alright, the ATV should be done here shortly. Shouldn't take it too long. Another thing to note about the factory is you can have up to 15 factory workers, which will reduce the original time of all the items to manufacture, like cut in half, as opposed to having 1 factory worker. I believe it's already producing another UAZ because I messed the production line up. It is. Once this UAZ produces in the ATV, I'll show you guys how we create the vehicle and where we can go ahead and gather that vehicle up at. Alright, so our other UAZ's done. Next up should be the ATV. We'll just go ahead and sell this while we're waiting. Go ahead and export it. As you can see, we got 13,000. It's still double our money. I would recommend starting off with the lower value vehicles to resell them. That way you don't get stuck with a vehicle that you can't sell, because if the shop is full on stock, it won't allow you to sell it until somebody buys one of the vehicles, and obviously the demand won't be high and you're not going to get top dollar for it. So with that, our ATV is ready. Rather than exporting the vehicle, we're going to create it so that we can actually drive it. So what you'll want to do is click create. If you pull up your map, you'll see that it says the vehicle factory spawn is right here on this dot. And once we get back in, you'll see that our ATV is created. We can simply go ahead and get on it by pressing L, E, L to lock it again, and then drive off. This is a good way to get started. You can continue to sell vehicles to the factories. We'll get off real quick and I'll show you guys just how much money we've made. If you think about it, we've made almost $200,000 in these 2 short tutorials, probably more than that. We'll take a look at the storage. Oh, it's kind of buggy sometimes. We've already got $54,000 in storage, as well as we have 20,000 in the bank. We almost have enough to manufacture ourselves a little bird, which we could then use in combination with our pickaxes to go gather like iron, more silver, or whatever it is that you want to do. As you can see, you can manufacture all types of vehicles here. A C-130, prop plane, M17 civilian, little bird, bus, so on and so forth. Anyways, that wraps this tutorial up. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to leave them below. If you liked the video, be sure to leave it a like. Like I said, that's all I got. This has been Too Cold, and I'm out. Peace.